Welcome to The Explainer. In the world of tech, just having a degree, it's not really enough anymore, is it? Today, we're going to dig into an educational model that's all about transforming students from passive learners into the active creators the industry is so desperately looking for. So let's start with this idea right here, because it really gets to the heart of a huge shift happening in tech. It's not about what you can recite from a textbook anymore. Nope. It's all about what you can actually build, what you can launch, and what you can prove. That's the new gold standard for success. Okay, so to really get the solution, we first have to meet the person behind it. And this isn't just some theorist, this is a mentor who has lived this exact problem, seeing it from both sides, as a teacher in the classroom and as a developer out in the field.
And that person is Atharv Shinde, an educator and developer based out of Mumbai, India.
He's the founder of a startup called TechCognita. And see, his background is exactly what makes this whole approach so different. On one hand, as a computer science educator, he totally gets the academic theory, right? He knows the books. But then, on the other hand, he's also a hands-on, full-stack developer. He's in the weeds with Java, Python, and React, so he knows what the industry actually needs. And having that unique perspective from both worlds, well, that's what showed him there was a massive problem. So yeah, his experience in both of these worlds, it highlighted this huge disconnect. You've got what students are learning in school, and then you've got what companies need them to do on day one. And there's this big gap right in the middle. So this got him asking a really important question. He was seeing all these graduates, right? They had the degree, the piece of paper, but they just didn't have the practical deployable skills to hit the ground running. He gave this problem a name, the creator gap. And this right here, this is the heart of the problem. Traditional learning, it's so often focused on just memorizing stuff, on the theory. But the modern creator economy, it couldn't care less what you've memorized. It only rewards what you can actually build, innovate, and get out there into the world. Okay, so how do you fix this? How does TechCognita actually bridge that creator gap? Well, it all comes down to a really simple but super powerful three-word mantra. At its core, you can think of TechCognita as a launchpad. It's built on this really powerful idea that you shouldn't have to wait years to actually apply what you're learning. The whole point is that learning and doing happen at the exact same time. The entire method is this three-step cycle. It's super straightforward. First, you learn the skills you need. Step 2, you immediately, and I mean immediately, use them to build real-world projects. And then, the final step, you launch them. You put them out there for everyone to see, to use, and even to critique. Now, this whole philosophy, it's held up by 4 main pillars. You've got the hands-on projects we just talked about. Then there are custom courses to give you the exact skills you need. They even have launch support to help you get your work online. And maybe most importantly, you get direct mentorship from people who are actually working in the industry. Okay, so that all sounds great in theory, right? But talk is cheap. What does this whole learn, build, launch thing actually produce? Let's take a look at the proof, the actual projects that learners are creating. And we're not talking about simple homework assignments here. Students are building real, tangible applications. Look at this. Full-stack e-commerce websites, mobile apps for important causes like organ donation, and even AI-powered tools that use cutting-edge APIs like Google's Gemini. These are legit portfolio-ready projects. But building the project is really only half of it. The real deeper goal here is to teach students how to think like a pro developer. It's about making those same tough, practical decisions about what tools and technologies to use in the real world. And this is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. So instead of just a dry lecture on payment APIs, TechCognita gives you this super practical, localized analysis. This compares Stripe versus Razorpay, specifically for the Indian market, looking at everything from how easy it is for a freelancer to sign up to what payment options local customers are actually going to use. And this quote just nails it. It's not some abstract academic advice. It's a strategic business decision. Start with this one, then upgrade to this one when you scale. That's the kind of practical insight that transforms a student into a real deal founder. So let's pull back for a second. What's the end game here? What's the bigger vision behind this whole project-based approach? Well, the vision is pretty huge, actually. It's all about completely reshaping tech education from the ground up. The goal is to move away from this old model of just passively consuming information and instead jump straight into active creation, literally from day one. And when you boil it all down, this isn't just about helping someone get a job. It's way bigger than that. It's about empowering a whole new generation with the skills, the portfolio, and, just as importantly, the confidence to not just participate in the creator economy, but to actually lead it as developers, as freelancers, as entrepreneurs. So that really leaves us with one final thought, especially for anyone listening who's in tech or wants to be. In an industry that now values builders way more than book learners, the most important question has totally changed. It's not just, hey, what do you know anymore? The real question is, what are you ready to create?